this is almost certainly a moot point because I'm pretty sure that I'm going home. But if there's one person that could go home before me, it would be you. I love you, and you are wonderful, and I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Princess Leia, the Force is not with you. Call off Obi-Wan because there's no hope.
Thanks, man. I'll fix that, don't worry. Just do your best. Perfect.
Swing position here between Leia and Katie, and I decided to go with Leia because it's a little too soon to take out Katie. If we did that, that would have made Hannah and Steven pissed off at me and some other people. So we're doing this. Sorry, Leia.
I hate doing this. I really wanted to stick Ohio strong, but you're yellow, and we gotta get rid of the yellow first. Sorry.
That's the top.
I don't think this is our best move. I hope I'm not kicking myself in the butt for this. And I think you're going to be coming back to this as a Survivor player one day. So, good luck.
We got a camp. Spunk. Hope you go on Survivor someday and have some great Mexican food. I'm playing Ella right now. Bravo to you. You're awesome.
Otherwise I'm going home. I'm taking a risk not voting for somebody else, but I think that if I vote for somebody else it'll really damage my future chances, so it's either now or the future. So hopefully it's you.
Leah, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
You'll get on the real show.
Yeah, say something. Dang, I wish that they had made eye contact with me and been like a little more sneaky about the fact that I was going home. Cause like on the way up they were like fine, and then afterwards like no one would look me in the eye. You guys have to get a little better before actual Survivor. You have to.
So, whoops.
I'm just gonna hold it. Continue.
So it feels like when Adam K went home and he talked about two people on the bottom, that it was the two of you,
100%.
and then.
But there's like a little bit of a reasoning behind that because, so
this is the time.
yeah, so our first night, we were the only team, the original Yellow with Adam K and I had no tarp, we had no food, we had absolutely nothing, and it was pouring that whole night. So we had made like kind of a type of shelter out of like leaves, but it was on a hill and it was so muddy that none of us slept like a second of that night, not at all. So the fact that like we went to bed really early when we got to our new camp that had a tarp, just because like we were so tired, and I'm sure like none of the other tribes got like a full 8 hours or anything, but I know that they were a little more equipped with like stuff that could give them a little more energy. We were just so dead at that point, and so we were all the way at the outside of the tarp, and I just fell asleep almost instantly. And I know they talked like all night. Like there was people out by the fire because we had kept a fire going, so I know that there was people talking from the whole new tribe besides Adam and I. But I just I was running on empty at that point, and I think I needed just a tiny bit more than most of the other tribes that had tarps.
So they identified you two. It was sort of an easy decision for them. What happens to them now?
I definitely think that I believe that Katie's on the bottom just for the mere fact that she's played the game before. And that challenge didn't help her. I mean, I knew that they were going to vote me out next because clearly like Yellow is not the favorite of everyone today. But Katie didn't do well in that challenge. She didn't do well calling. And I mean, she got voted out early last time, and so even this morning she was like, oh, I don't know if I can take another night of this. Like, this is so much harder than I expected. So I definitely think she's probably on the bottom. Because I think there was like a little tiny bit, like, even if it wasn't like, you know, I think that they were considering maybe voting her out instead of me, but, you know, when you already have like a weak link that doesn't have like a partner, I don't blame them.
Okay. Well, yes?
Does she want it now?
Yes.
That was so
Yes. She asked me now.
Yes,
or
just
later.
something quick to eat while we're having our interview.
Yeah, because the person.
Yeah, just go, Mr. Vanderbecker.
Just like throw it to me.
Just like right in the mouth. Like,
Yeah.
So, who is left in the game that when you get out there that you're going to be cheering on, hoping for?
Bryce is like the last person from Yellow that I really just like had a big connection with, and his team is doing so well right now, so I hope that gets him to the merge or to the swap or to the two teams or what have you. But I think he's doing really well, and I'm hoping he's learning a lot because he didn't catch on quite as quickly. But I think being with Jill and being around a team that's just really succeeding, I think that that's going to give him a confidence boost, and I think that he'll do well in this game.
So if I were to say to you, while your game is over, you can still have an influence on the game. If I were to say who in the game you would like to give an advantage to, would it be Bryce?
100%.
All right, then that is what you have done. So what else about your game? Like, are you proud of your game? Are there things that you would change? Are any instant regrets? Any moments you're going to look back to and say, yeah, I put my stamp on the season?
So my idea going in was that I was going to be like really tough, but like I have almost none of that like within me. Like I tried so hard to like walking up for the first challenge. I like tried so hard to keep a straight face, but I just want to smile at everyone. Like, and it's so hard because like I'm sure there are other people out there that just like, but even the people that I didn't like on the team, like I'm sure they're great. Like I'm sure they're great people, and I just like I really enjoyed like spending a couple of days with everyone. Like there wasn't a single person that I met and was like, no, I don't like you. So I wish that I could have been a little more like aggressive and like mean, but I don't think I can be. So like, as much as I wish that would have changed, like I'm not sure, but maybe there's like more of a spin that I can put on being peppy, so.
So you got to the semifinals in the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got a taste here, like you don't have that sort of mean, tough, like you're nice.
Yeah.
You are friendly. Do you have a different sense of yourself now as to who you would be as a Survivor player?
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit more confident, honestly, like especially just in that last food challenge, like there was part of me that really thought like that I would be a lot of the times being kind of drug along in the real thing, because you don't see a lot of, 5'4", 100-pound girls being like, dominating the game. The only time they get to the finals is when they're being kind of like drug along with people. So it kind of gave me like a little bit of a confidence boost that I could do like almost the hardest like food challenge and like get through it pretty well. And just like a couple of the challenges that I felt like I really helped and influenced really well gave me like a little bit of a confidence boost that I think that I could probably get through the real thing. I think before this I was a little nervous, but those 2 nights, like they were so cold and they were pretty rough, and I got through them pretty fine, and I woke up every morning and like knowing that I get up this happy, like even after nights like that, like I feel pretty confident that I could be really good at the next one.
That's the hardest single night we've had in 6 years.
It was rough. We were sliding down the hill, like our bottom of our tarp was just, like on the ground. We piled up a bunch of like big giant fluffy leaves that we thought would be kind of like cushy, and like everything slid down. Like we woke up like 5 feet lower. We were covered in mud, like our socks were just, you got bread for me? Thank you.
Sandwich, banana.
Oh, it's a sandwich. What's on it?
Chicken salad. It's got walnuts if that's a thing.
Oh, what is it?
Not many, but there's chips.
Yes, thank you. My favorite.
So just switching gears. So there's the game, and then there's sort of the experience. From deciding to apply last minute to getting ready, spending the time to get ready when you could have been planning your wedding, and then having the hardest nights, and now sitting here and take it all in. What are your feelings about the experience?
It's like an overwhelming amount of emotions, because both tribes that I was on, we went from like, we would get first and then we get fourth and then first and then third, and so it's like such a roller coaster, because you want to take that in and you want to be like confident about it and you want it to like boost your ego, but like you can't let it overwhelm you, and like you have to keep going, which was tough for both of my teams. It's a little bit of a roller coaster.
All right, well, it's getting a little cold. I can see you shivering.
Can you? This is the tip of the iceberg, buddy.
So we got some choices for you. There's going to be a challenge going on over there, and I don't know if you want to go over there and watch.
Can I? Can I take my food?
Yes, you may. There's an outdoor shower over there which has propane heat, so it's hot water, so don't worry like we're shoving you outside and it's a hose or something. And you've got some food, but let us know what you need when you want us to grab your game bag.
Awesome.
But if you want to go over there and cheer on, the people who just blindsided you, or Bryce, or whomever.
It wasn't so much of a blindside. They're really bad liars. All right, let's go.
All right, go.